So the drama on the Republican side is capital D drama. And as far as I can tell, heading for a breakdown. The drama on the Democratic side thus far has been totally non-existent. But look at this. You're looking at a live picture right now from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is the Cedar Rapids Convention Center. And this site tonight, that stage there, is about to host all 5 Democratic candidates for president all at once. This event in Iowa tonight is the first time the 5 Democrats running for president will all be in one place at one time. Tonight, in just a few minutes, we're expected to hear from all of the declared Democratic candidates: Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Martin O'Malley, Jim Webb, Lincoln Chafee. That's in roughly polling order. This event tonight is technically a celebration for the state of Iowa's Democratic Party. They are inducting 7 new members into the Iowa Democratic Party Hall of Fame. Muzzle top. Honestly, though, the main event tonight, though, we'll be hearing from these candidates. The latest polling out of Iowa shows Hillary Clinton with a commanding lead. She leads the rest of the pack by 19 points. Any of the other Republican candidates would love to have 19 points. Her margin is 19 points. But check this out. Here's what's happened in Iowa in just the span of a few weeks. Since May, Bernie Sanders has more than doubled his support among Iowa Democrats. Hillary Clinton may still have a 19-point lead, but she used to have a 45-point lead in Iowa in May. And that's still what she's got is still, of course, a comfortable lead, but there is movement there. And the Clinton campaign has recently been sort of telegraphing to reporters that they are concerned about Bernie Sanders really catching fire in Iowa, about Bernie Sanders potentially catching Secretary Clinton or even surpassing her in the Iowa polls. So there is a little drama there. And that is the context in which this event tonight is happening. In terms of the crowd, the Cedar Rapids Convention Center has a capacity of about 1,200 people. Each of the campaigns was allowed to buy tickets for their supporters, but no campaign could buy more than 200 tickets. So no one campaign could have an overwhelming advantage when it came to the reaction from the crowd there. That was smart. Each of the candidates tonight will be given 15 minutes to speak. Out of fairness, because it's Iowa and they're nothing but fair, the candidates tonight in this Democratic event, they're going to go in alphabetical order by last name, which means that Lincoln Chafee with a CH comes before Hillary Clinton with a CL. So it'll be Lincoln Chafee first, then down the line Lincoln Chafee, Hillary Clinton, Martin O'Malley, Bernie Sanders, and finally Jim Webb. So far, all of the 2016 attention has been gobbled up by the absolutely bananas fight on the Republican side, and rightfully so. But this event in Iowa tonight, with all 5 candidates on stage, is the biggest event so far on the Democratic presidential calendar. And joining us now from there is my old pal, one of my favorite people in the world, MSNBC reporter Anthony Terrell, just outside the convention center. Anthony, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Rachel. It's nice to be here.
So I know that each campaign was able to buy up to 200 tickets for this event. Do we know if every campaign was actually able to find 200 supporters to fill their seats?
Well, I'm told by the Iowa Democratic Party that they weren't saying who sold out, but there was a wink and a nod that you can guess who was able to find 200 supporters. One of the campaigns came up to me afterwards and said, although they had maxed out, they had supporters who were attending the event inside here that they were going to be there. So they weren't part of the 200 cap, but they were also in attendance. There's an open bar inside, so everyone's in a jovial mood. All the candidates came out in alphabetical order, as you mentioned earlier, and Bernie Sanders got a cheers of Bernie after the Pledge of Allegiance. So even though these campaigns were capped at 200, you can feel the Bernmentum going on inside. And you know, one other thing that I noticed here that other campaigns weren't specifically used to was that everyone who went inside had to get patted down and wanded by the Secret Service. That's obviously because of Hillary Rodham Clinton, Secretary Clinton, former First Lady. All of her events have these Secret Service agents wanding and patting people down. All the other candidates, you can just walk right in. So that's a little bit of a difference that supporters of the other candidates had to endure ahead of this dinner tonight.
So, Anthony, looking at this from a national perspective, we're looking at the race overall, and the race on the Republican side is so freaking nutty. It's easy to even forget sometimes that the Democratic campaign is going on. It's certainly, right. On a day-to-day basis, it's been more fun to cover what's happening on the Republican side. But on the ground in Iowa, not the candidates diehard supporters, but just the Iowa Democrats who are turning out for their Iowa Democratic event. Are they psyched? Are they into it? Are people paying close attention here?
Rachel, they are. When I came here to the event an hour or two before, there were supporters of Martin O'Malley and supporters of Hillary Rodham Clinton across the street from one another, dozens and dozens of supporters chanting at each other. The Hillary Rodham Clinton folks were chanting, "I believe she will win. I believe she will win." The Martin O'Malley supporters were chanting back things that Martin O'Malley did in Maryland, that the DREAM Act, minimum wage, he was for gay marriage. And so it was quite a scene out here before the event inside. And I'm told the Martin O'Malley campaign had 200 people at his event earlier today. I was at the Hillary Rodham Clinton event, and she was packing the house as well. So there's a lot of grassroots enthusiasm here, sign-waving supporters. They're pretty excited about the Democrats being here in Cedar Rapids.
MSNBC reporter Anthony Terrell, who has never not been excited about wherever he is at the moment that he is there. Anthony, I miss seeing your face every day from when you worked on this show, and I'm so glad you're out there doing what you're doing tonight. It's great to have you there, man. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for having me. I miss you.